Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and today I got Magic Square's MS-B53 NightTracer, which is their Onslaught, and it will be Onslaught from now on. F the third-party names. I don't do them. I don't like them. So this figure is great, and I got into it a little bit with the unboxing and initial thoughts, but after handling this, it's even better than I initially thought. Articulation is great, the look is great, G1 style, if you don't like that, you know, and all the other stuff that comes with Magic Square. If you don't like Magic Square's plastic, it's about the same as it always is. If you don't like some of the parts have to move around, other parts not gonna like it, because they have some of that too. But this is a fantastic figure. I was actually blown away by it. I think this is the second Legends figure that I really like out the box. You know, I don't know, playing with it more, there might be some shortcomings, but right now, I mean, the backpack is probably the biggest eyesore for me. It's humongous, but I think it fits the character, like a big old two big cannons on his back. Now all that is on him and cannot come off, so there's that. I don't know how people like that, but we'll see. So let's just get into this review. So you know how I do accessories first. So you see him holding his gun, and it's just a one piece. Here you go. You see it, kind of G1-ish, one piece, one paint. I would have liked them to have some accents, maybe put some gray in it. Oh wait, there is. I was just saying it, and there is some silver in there, but you can't really see it. Maybe some darker silver. I don't know, but there's some paint in there. Okay. Usually move him out the way. You get a card, of course. You always gotta have your cards. No big deal. See the box. Magic Square's normal box. Tech specs like G1. You got the little dude here when he was playing with them like toys, which makes it a Legends. Then you have these things, the chest plate. Now I do have the G1 version, cartoon version of the chest plate. I think there's a toy version as well. So I know some people were confused and just ordered this right away, and they wanted the other one. Just to let you know, if you don't know, there's a toy version and a cartoon version. And the cartoon G1 version is, I think it's a toy version, or I don't think it's IDW. I think it's just toy, but has a different chest plate, and also the feet are gray, and the back fillers, which are these, are the same color, and I think they're gray. But these come with him as well. So at first, my first impressions when I first opened this, when I just saw this stuff, I was like, oh, maybe they build it all in one. I was hoping, well, I was hoping it would work if they did, but they did not, because I seen the transformation. A couple of people have done the combined transformation. It's not in the instructions, but that's the only negative. And I don't have the instructions here, but you don't need to see them because they're trash. I mean, they're okay, but they don't show everything. They don't show you what these are for. They don't say nothing about this, which I already knew this was chest plate, but I wasn't sure what these were for. But they are, I was trying to use them as ramps. I don't know, you might be able to, but they are the back fillers of the legs to make the legs a little more, I guess, rigid and a little more stable. And let's get into the bot. Go through the bot overview. You got his eyes painted orange. I think the toy version has a red visor. Just letting you know. I don't know what the other differences are. They're minor differences on the robot, but this is definitely, I like this robot. It has the color here like the G1 cartoon. Again, his giant backpack, if you can't get past that, it is quite big. But I definitely, I'm fine with it. I like it. I like the way it looks on him. And these, I'll show this more. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I definitely like how all this works. I think they do a lot of smart stuff and a lot of creative things with this transformation. And it's not super hard. It looks super hard at first, but it's not. It's not. You know, they got the faux wheels and they got the real wheels. So yeah, so that's cool. So let's bring in some members and show him next to them. So we got Swindle here. I had him standing on his foot just as a display before, while I'm waiting for the rest of the characters. And we got Braun here. Braun? Brawl? I mean, I don't know. I'm always doing reviews at late at night. So it's, you know, it's quiet late and I can get them done. So my brain don't be working all the time. But I appreciate everybody that's here. All right, so you see how that goes. They look great together. I love that he's smaller than everybody. Well, we don't got the other ones, but he's the smallest out the three. And then you have this guy, and then of course he's bigger, but he's not towering. So I'm sure there's going to be more combined parts coming. I was surprised that they didn't include the combined parts with him. I'm assuming maybe the last member they'll include the combined parts. I don't know. You know, on the articulation, which is where he shines. I mean, he shines with everything. He shines with aesthetics, but articulation is great. He is pretty plain, but I mean, it's G1. You can slap a sticker on him and it'll bring it out a little bit, I believe. So that's what I'm gonna do. But let's see his head. His head goes back, or I should say up, like almost 90 degrees. Oh yeah, it does 90 degrees. This is more straight, so he goes down like that. He does get a little side to side, but not much. And of course, he can spin all the way around. I believe it's ball joint. Yep. All the way around. Arms go all the way around. They go all the way up like this. Both sides. He has swivel right here for the elbow or bicep. You know, it's kind of like fake it bicep because the bicep's really up here, but up here is a different joint, and that's more for combine mode, but you can definitely use it for something else if you want. So you have it like this, and he can put his arm in there like that, and it goes out like this as well, and it also hides that joint. His elbow gets more than 90 degrees. It's not full, but it's almost there, so whatever. Wrists, all right, spins around. Hands are fixed still. I think some legends come with removable hands. I'm not sure. I think New Age does some of that, which I think is crazy cool, and more companies should do that, especially legends. If they're going to have the fixed hands, I think they should include a couple of removable hands with a couple different poses, maybe pointing or relaxed or whatever, you know. But yeah, no movement. He gets a 90-degree waist bend forward and back. Of course, you got this thing, so you can kind of get them, you know, whichever way, however you want. You can get the spin around fully. So that's the good full articulation at the waist. You can pull his skirts up. He has kind of the built-in skirts, but they don't work as great. He doesn't have skirts back here. I don't think these go up. No, it's little spots though, but they do have a cutout, so the leg can still go back, and you can move the leg down. So if you move the leg down, oh shoot, I thought it was. Oh no, it doesn't. I could have swore maybe. Yeah, I'm bugging. I mean, you can get all the way forward. The hurdles, he's not doing the hurdles, but I mean, What else you want? He does do the splits, the full splits, where he would split. His knee is double jointed. His foot hits his backpack, so that's the only reason you can't get this all the way up. But if you see that, you can get it almost flat. So it's the full. He has the swivel right here. Like I said, the skirt here moves up into, it's like connected. Ankle rocker gets full tilt. Heel spur can go down and up. Foot can go up like that and can go down a tad bit like that. Alright, so that he can go all the way up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. These right here, these don't do anything. Well, they do stuff, but they pop out and do stuff. On the transformation, there are a few different things that I did not see in the directions that I will point out. And maybe I'm doing something wrong, but there was no way to get stuff right if you didn't do it. So let's just do what we came here to do, transform. So you can pull this up here like this, spin this around, and spin this around. Then put that back down. Spin this hand up, then move this up like this. This tire right here, you can move out. It'll probably fall back down. You see it's half cut, so you can hide it, but there we go. Same over here. Flip this flap up, spin this around like that, then spin this around like that and close it. Then move this up here. Make sure you close it. There are, hand, move hand. Then it rests like that, and you can move this tire out with it. You can pull this out here like this. I usually just move it around right now because you're gonna have to move it around, but then leave it like this. This thing, you wanna pull out here because it's connected there. Pull that out to get that connection out, and then you can move this all the way out. Like down like that. And you can just put it back together if you feel like it, if you want. Now you have all this stuff in here, which it gets pretty intuitive too. So you pull all this stuff out. Everything you can pull out, you pull out. Pull this stuff out and pull this out of here. You can move this like this in order to get these out, and then you might as well come here, spin these around and unfold. Spin around, spin these around, unfold, spin around. Then I flip this up. Then you can flip this up just because. Now flip this around, and there's these two pegs that peg on right there, right over there. So you can get that in there like that. And usually when I'm pegging it, I push these in, but it's all right. Then you can peg this like that. So you get that together. You can move this back down here. Now this right here, it took me forever to get all of this together, because after you unfold all of this stuff, you're gonna have to move it up here. And this piece right here, I did not see it in the directions. Push that down there like that. I had it up. It was taking me forever, frustrating. So you can move this. It's like the keyhole type thing where it goes in on top. Put that in there. I mean, it's good when it works, which on the side here it's fine, but it's some places in the back that isn't as well thought out. But then you can push this down here and just leave it up here for now. You can move that up. You get that straight. and then it sits flat. So for now, that's where you're at. So we can do these legs. Move this up here and pull this out. It's flat. And then move this flat like that. Just leave it like that. Again, over here, pull that, flip this up, leave it like that. You kind of move the feet down, so then you can get all this stuff out. Move this out here, both sides. Move this up, move this up. Another thing, the back you can push down. Push the back down. And I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't see in the directions in your accordion. It's kind of intuitive, but I missed it and I wasn't accordioning this up. So you accordion this up so it makes it longer. And maybe you can see it here better. Accordion this to make it longer. There you go. So now you just put the feet up and you put the heel spurs up like that, both sides, and move this foot in all the way like that. And you move this back down so it creates the flatness. Do the same thing over here. I'll try to show it again. Move that in, move this all the way down. Don't move it like that because then it won't fit right. So you gotta move this like this so it's flat like that, and then this goes down and creates that. Just like that. Then you can move this back in, and there's one of the mushroom type things. Put that in there. Over here is the same way, right there. Put that in there. Leave this out. Now, what you're going to do is move this over so you can put this under here and move it in there like that. Then I spin this back over here, move this under here like that. Then these flaps on the back that you have down, keep them down, and you rotate them up like that on both sides. Keep them up, and then you can pull this flap out right here. There's a flap on the other side. There's a flap. Easy to get out. Now this is where it's a little difficult. So here it's like the mushroom. It's not as bad, but it is. Let me show that closer. So but the one up top isn't a mushroom, so it's kind of hard to get in. Like, I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they did it on purpose or if it just came out like that by mistake or something, maybe. I don't know. But then there's pegs in here that have to go straight in, so it's hard to get it over on top. So that's kind of like a negative, but it does keep it together. Now with this, you want to do this side first because you see the little mushroom peg. So there's a tab here, tab there. These two tabs will tab into this thing, these two. So get these two first. I'll just move this over just so I can get some leverage. And you see the tab holes. But the thing is, this move in just enough so you can't get it in. So you got to try to get it correct. I do the front one first. That one, then you try to get this one correct. And oh, I missed the spot that I missed before. Man, sorry about that. And it wasn't in the directions anywhere, but I couldn't get this, just like I wasn't gonna be about to get it before. So right here, these skirts on the side, you want to pull up and push these front skirts in like this to create that room to put this down, because this right here, that hinge sits right there. That was not in, and I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but that's the only way I could get it to work. And then you can push this in a little bit. It doesn't impede anything. So I assume that that's what they want you to do. Now I should be able to do it a little bit easier. Yeah, that was the other main part because that wasn't in at all, I don't think. So now let's go back to this part where there we go. And you see how that sits? It wasn't sitting that flat before. Then you can close this. There's a peg there that's too big for that peg hole. You know, the normal stuff. There's a peg here that kind of fits. And then these two pegs have to peg up here. And I just get it any means necessary. Now with this side, now I try to get this in since it's the mushroom over under peg. So get that in there, and then this waist too will just get away from you. And that's sometimes can get on your nerves. You push that in there, same thing over here as the other side, then move this over. Try to make sure everything is together. Tip, make sure this knee right here is down all the way, because I think that's why I couldn't get that peg in. There you go. Push that like that, and you see it's straighter. So then this will line up better into that peg right there. It's still like off because it's just off. Once you get that peg in the leg, man, that thing is done. Like that's the final peg. And this peg is like kind of suggestive, I guess. I don't know. There we go. I couldn't get that peg in before, but it's in there now. Let's get this peg in there. Oh, I got them both in there. And then this just kind of automatically sits up there. And here he is in vehicle mode. And it's just like the G1, just this long vehicle. It does roll. You have this thing where you can go like that. You can spin this around. You can do whatever you want. I wish I had somebody in vehicle mode because they could sit up there. I do like the matching. And I was trying to figure out if you could use these for ramps or maybe one, but it doesn't look that way. Yeah, it doesn't look that way, but here you go. Here he is. He just looks like he's laying down with his arms up straight. But it's not much you can say. You got the grill to paint. Painted windows black. Looks like Onslaught. Oh, this right here. That might be part of the issue too. There we go. Got the yellow tail lights right there. Just looks like a carrier. Long and slender. This does bug me a little bit because it's so tight. Like everything is so tight. It's not coming apart for nothing. You have these, and you can even do this if you want, which is really for bruticus. But say you might want bigger guns, put that in there, and then you can pull these out, and you can have the big guns. But like I said, that's really for bruticus. But you can do what you want with it. Oh, put that in first. Put it back around. And these even move up and down. Like you can have them like that or move them down like that if you're trying to shoot at stuff on the ground. Also has weapon storage. Has a little hole that here to put that weapon there. And it don't look dumb because he's a weapon. So let's go backwards. It's not too difficult. Pry this out of here. Ain't difficult at all. Flip this back. Pry this out. Flip this back. Flip it down, flip it down. Pry these up. Right there. Flip that. Then get all this stuff apart. And this is where the pain is with the over unders, like the one right there, which is super. They should have just had a regular peg, and then the one back here is kind of difficult, but I mean, you can do it. You see, I just did it. So flip that down like that. Flip this over. After you flip this all the way down, flip that over like that. Leave it at that. Flip this all the way down. Flip this over. Leave that. Pull this out. It already came out. Pull this out on that side. Pull this up. Pull this up. You can just move this out. Move the feet out. Feet out. Heel spur down. Then you accordion it back down like that. You can move this in. Well, you don't have to move that in yet. Move this back. Tabs on there. Then you can move this. Tabs on right there. Then move this down. Again, I just said don't move this down yet because it has the over under. So there you go. Over under. Then you got to move the foot down a little bit to get this peg going right. You can move that back up. Same over here. I'm going to show a little bit better. Accordion this down. Move this down. Tab it in there. Move this down here. Move this down. Tab that in. Then move this down here and have the feet up. Legs done. This right here. Move this out, flip this down. Move this out, flip this down, and then keep it like that because then you want to kind of get this back a little bit. Move this little piece that you move down. Can't even see it. There we go, right there. Move that back up like that. Then you flip this in and spin this around. Flip this in and spin it around. Then you can move this like this in order to get it here. Spin it around. Then move these back. And there's pegs right here that's going to peg into there. Both sides. You move it down and should get the peg to peg in. You move the legs down a little bit. Also, you can spin the legs around like that, but keep it down because then you can get this together. Gets difficult because I don't know where the hole is. There you are. You gotta make sure you pull this all the way down on that hinge. It's like a double hinge there. So once you pull that down, then it'll be where it should be for that hole. Then you flip this out of hell. Move this down. I like to move this around just to get it out the way. Flip that back down. Flip that over. Then flip this down here. Like that. Now you want to pull this out. there's a tab hole right there that tabs onto that piece that you flipped it down. Then it's all solid. All solid. You can move this up here and get this in there like that. Then move this up and it clamps that little spot right there. Right there. That's where it clamps. Stays tight. With the arms down, push him in. Flip his hands out. Flip this. Move this around. Move this around. Flip his tire down and then cover that up. Get over here. Flip that. Flip that. Spin that. Spin this. Push it down. Then you can then you can get these skirts out. Just open up the side and push it out like that. Open up this side, push it out, put that down. And here we are with Onslaught back in robot mode. So if you enjoyed this review, let me know. Leave me a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave me a thumbs down. And I appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one.
You know, life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.